Hey, Aidan, congratulations on the contract.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm curious when you're trying to figure out your future and you're looking to talk to different people. I can't think of a better one than your good friend Jack Rathbone. How much did Jack help you in understanding where the organization is at, and then what he has learned in his time here?
Yeah, I think obviously me and Jack are best friends. We grew up playing together forever, and his dad was my coach. So I definitely talked to him a good amount, but I think he did a really good job of kind of letting me be and let me kind of make my own decisions and kind of go with my gut. But I think I definitely picked his brain a lot, and he has nothing but unbelievable things to say, both of the Canucks and in Abbotsford, and he's just a great resource for me to have along with so many other people. But we definitely did talk a lot, and he's always been there for me. But at the end of the day, he did let me have a lot of space too, so it was great to kind of have his perspective.
Aidan, there's another Northeastern grad in Adam Goddard who not only won a Hobie Baker, but joined the Canucks after his senior year and got 5 games in down the stretch. And he said it did a lot to give him a leg up on what to expect at the next training camp. How much are you looking forward to at least getting some games here?
Yeah, that would be amazing. To be able to play in the NHL is a dream come true, and not entirely sure on the plan yet, but it would be amazing. I think it would be huge for my development, right now, but also going forward into getting ready for next year.
Okay, we'll take our next question from Gemma Karsten Smith, the Canadian Press.
Hi, Aidan. Thanks for doing this. I know you said you're not sure what the plan is, but are you coming to Vancouver soon? What's next for you here?
Well, there's a pretty good snowstorm hitting the East Coast in the next few days, so I'm not entirely sure when I'll be heading out. Probably a lot of that is weather dependent, but it will be soon. So I'm looking forward to heading out and getting started.
And how closely have you watched the team since you were drafted and whatnot? What have your impressions been of where this club is and where it's going?
I've watched when they're on, but it's pretty late, so usually only the first period or so. But overall impression is there's a lot of room for growth. They've been really good since the new coach took over, and just seems like a great place to go for a young player looking for an opportunity. And my experience within the organization with everyone, the development staff, development camps, the Patrick, everyone from top to bottom has been amazing. So I think I've kind of been focusing on my game over the last 4 years and try not to look too ahead, and watching them play.
Next up is David Quadrelli, Canucks Army.
Aidan, congrats on the deal, man.
Thank you.
My question for you is just, you went back for your senior year, and obviously there was a bit of a push to get you here before that, but you chose to go back for your senior year. What went into that decision, and was there anything that maybe you learned in that senior year that you don't think you would have learned had you gone pro last summer?
Yeah, I think the Canucks, first off, last year were unbelievable with me. They gave me space to make that decision, and they supported me either way. Obviously I came back to develop on and off the ice, but obviously chase a championship, and that goal unfortunately wasn't able to be accomplished. But I learned so much this year. I think I developed my game even more. Obviously I was the captain this year, and I think the life lessons and the maturity that I've learned being a captain and being able to manage players and working with the coaching staff, and there's just so many things that I think I've learned this year that will prepare me, for the future and for my pro hockey career. So, obviously super grateful for, my experiences and, just thankful.
And, last time we talked to you, you talked about getting a skating coach and how that was something you were doing. How's the skating feeling? Like, have you improved on that? Do you feel like there's still room for growth? Where are you at with that?
Yeah, I think I've improved. I think, it's obviously a little different in season. I wasn't, working with the skating coach, while I'm playing here at Northeastern, but it's a work in progress. It's something that I'm going to have to, sorry about that. It's something that I'm going to have to work on, for the rest of my career. But I think it's gotten better, and I'm going to continue to work on it. It's just a start for me, I think, in terms of my progress as a skater, and just looking forward to continue to get better at that.
All right, and we do have a follow-up from Ben Kuzma again, Post Media.
Yeah, Aidan, I'm just curious. When Will Lockwood was here, he wanted to go back to Michigan for his final year because he felt he owed it to the school that had been so good to him, and he was captain in his final year. What part of this was the fact that maybe giving back to Northeastern that, has been so good for you, and maybe leaving a bit of a legacy as captain and giving maybe the younger guys somebody to look up to?
Yeah, I think that's very important. I think that's a great point. That's kind of something that I want to leave in Northeastern. The scoring and the accomplishments, all that stuff is great, but I really just wanted to be known in Northeastern as a great teammate and a great leader. And someone that all the guys can look up to. And I think I think that's something that hopefully I accomplished. But at the end of the day, it's about my development and my path. And I think, either way, I think I would have been great with my development, but it's up to me to decide, how I take that development, how I take the next step. And I think for me this year, going back and, being able to be the captain and go through all these experiences and, so I played in some pretty big moments this year that I think have helped me prepare me for the next level.